I have a question for you, Jane. What is it? I'm in the next room, so you don't have to text me. What a weird girl. What kind of guys are you into? What a strange question. Well, it's hard to put into words, but I'd like him to be tall, clean, and works for an IT company or something like that. It's still too hard for me to understand. You probably like smart people, don't you? For example, Tommy, your senior? How did you notice that? I can tell by looking at you. Your attitude is so obvious. Really? Actually, I like Tommy too. What? Again? Why do you always like the guy I like? Are you harassing me? Of course not. Do you need a reason to like someone? It's just that the person I like happens to be the one you like too. What do you mean? I'm not going to confess my love to Tommy anyway, so it's okay. I see. I think I'll confess to him. If you want to, go ahead. I'm just kidding. I don't have that kind of guts since I'm just a junior high school student. How are you? I know you're reading this message, aren't you? Please don't ignore me. Sorry, I didn't reply because I didn't recognize your icon. Who are you? I can't believe you didn't recognize me. It's me, Ashley. Huh? Are you really Ashley? Yes, I'm your little sister. How dare you texted me as if nothing has happened. I cut ties with you a year ago. I don't want to cut ties with you. You're my only sister. I will always cherish you no matter what. Stop talking nonsense. Do you remember what you have done to that precious big sister of yours? I'll never forgive you. I'm sorry about that, but I had no choice. You gotta be kidding me. He and I were about to get married. We had been planning the wedding, and we even set the date. As soon as you found out that he and I were getting married, you took him away from me. That's unforgivable. I'm sorry. I'm really sorry. But you know, I'm glad you didn't marry him. He doesn't have a good personality. That's not the point. What I'm mad about is that you took him away from me. You have no idea about how hard it was for me, do you? Well, I'm glad I left him anyway. Right? I got sick of him after a month. I know he wasn't a good guy, but I still can't forgive you. You were always attracted to the man I was in love with. What the hell is wrong with you? Don't hang around me anymore. Don't be so cold. I have something I have to tell you. What is it? It's not a good thing, is it? No, thank you then. Why? Don't you want to hear your little sister's latest news? I don't need you to report anything to me. I've cut you off. I don't even want to hear from you because you're a nobody. I don't want you to contact me anymore. Bye. Hey, wait a minute. I'm getting married. I see. Congratulations. It's none of my business, so don't contact me anymore. Jane, I haven't finished my story yet. Can you please reply to me so I can continue? I really need to talk to you. What is it? It's none of my business if you're getting married or divorced. What do you have to report? I'm carrying a new life in me. A baby? That's great. Congratulations. What's that got to do with me? Your baby is not my nephew or niece, since I've cut ties with you. No, it's not that. It's about the father of the child. Maybe it's someone you know? Huh? Tall, clean-looking, and works in IT company. No way. Did you get it? Maybe it's just as you're expecting. I'm sorry, but I'm pregnant with your boyfriend's child. So he's mine. The father of the child is Stuart. You're kidding, right? No, I'm not. Stuart was supposed to marry you, right? How did you find out about that? I didn't tell anyone. I saw you and him walking together. When? About 3 months ago. After both of you parted, I secretly followed Stuart. I followed him entering a famous IT company, so I noticed right away. Are you thinking of taking away my boyfriend again? That's what I'm talking about. How many times are you planning to do the same thing to me? But I can't break up with him because I'm pregnant with his child. I'm sorry for taking away your boyfriend again. However, I wish I could get your blessing since we're getting married. I can't believe it. How did you become his girlfriend? I ambushed him in front of the company and made my first approach. How did you recognize him among so many employees? Because I took a picture with my phone camera the moment he turned around while I was following him. I recognized him as soon as I saw his face. I can't believe you're a person who does that kind of nasty thing. You're too good at what you do. I know that. The more I look at him, the more I realize that he's my type. Is that so? He has a mole on his lower eyelid, right? It's so charming that I fell in love with him at first sight. A mole? Oh, yeah. He fell in love with me right away. And as a result, I ended up stealing your boyfriend away from you. I'm so sorry. How much do you have to take away from me? I can't forgive you. I can't break up with Stuart no matter what. The child in my belly is innocent, so I'm going to have the baby. A child needs a father, right? I'm an adult, so let me warn you. Do you really know about his true personality? What are you talking about? What kind of personality and hobbies he has? Also, what kind of work he does at the company? I don't have to ask him about that. He works for that famous IT company. You really chose a good boyfriend. My future is secure now. How much pain do you want to put me through? If you're having a baby, there's nothing I can do. So leave me alone now. Jane? I have something to tell you. Reply to me, please. You're so persistent, Ashley. Hey, I told you to leave me alone already, didn't I? I'd love to, but we have a wedding date. Before my belly is getting bigger, we decided to have it at the beginning of next month, just for family members. Really? Congratulations. I'm not your relative, so if you'll excuse me now. Wait a minute! You're not going to attend the wedding? Why should I attend? I told you it has nothing to do with me. Because you're my only sister. I'm not your sister because I already cut ties with you. Don't be so cold. You know Stuart too, so I want you to celebrate our marriage. I want you to see our happiness with your own eyes. You're so heartless. I really can't believe it. But I just can't go to the wedding. Is it because I took him away from you? That's part of it, but I have plans that day. It's been decided 6 months in advance and I can't move it. So I can't attend your wedding. Even if I could, I wouldn't. What? Why not? I wanted to show you our happy faces. You really are so mean. But I'm still hoping for a chance. I'm sure you'll come. I believe in you. Impossible. Jane, all the relatives are here. You're coming to the wedding too, right? Huh? I told you I couldn't go, didn't I? Oh, you're really not coming? Well, I know I have a drawback that I took your boyfriend away from you, but I still want you to witness our wedding. That's why I can't go. Why not? Because I'm overseas right now. Overseas? Why? Actually, I just got married overseas. I'm now on my honeymoon. What do you mean? Could it be that you've lost your mind because I'm pregnant with your boyfriend's child? No, my boyfriend is with me. What? But Stuart is at this wedding right now. I know that Stuart is over there. My husband's name is Stephen. I really don't get it. They are twins. Twins? Yes. Stuart is Stephen's twin brother. But he works for that famous IT company. Yes. That company is their father's company. No kidding. Does that mean Stephen is the CEO's son? Yes, he is. But Stuart never said anything about that. I guess he couldn't say it out loud. Why not? I didn't hear too many details either. Unlike Stephen, Stuart had a very bad behavior since he was a student. Bad behavior? Yes, he kept going to the red light districts and got into debt. He also gambled by withdrawing money from his father's account. Debts? Gambling? That's right. His father warned him many times, but he didn't listen to him. His father decided to cut ties with him. That's a lie! You're making up your own story to get back at me for taking away your boyfriend. I'm not lying. Then why did he come out of that famous IT company that day? Maybe he came to ask his father for money? I heard Stuart is always in trouble because he doesn't have enough money to make ends meet. What did you say? You were dating him and you didn't notice? That's why I told you you should check out his personality, hobbies, and the company he works for. I told you that you should do your research in advance. I thought he works for a famous IT company, so I had no doubts about him. Besides, I thought he was your boyfriend. You're such a jerk. So you knew he was Stuart, not Stephen. Yeah, I had a vague idea from what you said. You said he had a mole on his lower eyelid. Stuart and Stephen are twins, and they really do look alike. But it's that mole that makes them instantly recognizable. A mole? Stuart has a mole on his lower eyelid, but Stephen doesn't. That's why I recognized him right away. Then why didn't you tell me right away? Because it's none of my business. Moreover, how can I tell you that when you're pregnant? You can't just leave him since you're going to have a baby, can you? I might have been able to do something about it at the time. Besides, I didn't hear about you getting married. That's because I didn't tell anyone. Because I never know when or where it might leak out to you. I haven't even told Mom and Dad yet. I'm going to go back and report it once we get married overseas. What do you mean, once you go back? Oh, Stephen's father's company is going to set up an overseas branch. So Stephen has been appointed as the manager of that branch. I'm going to live in Australia after our marriage. You gotta be kidding me. I've met Stuart once or twice and he's very easy to talk to. But he's a womanizer, spends a lot of money and has debts. Stephen said that he's cut off all communication with Stuart. His parents disown Stuart, so he doesn't consider them family. Oh my God! Hey, what am I supposed to do? Your baby is your top priority, right? You have to do your best to raise your child. No, I can't live together with someone like Stuart. There's no way I can do that. Stuart said he works for that famous IT company. I thought we wouldn't have any financial problems, and yet... There's nothing you can do to change the fact. Anyway, the wedding is starting soon, isn't it? Your relatives are getting together, right? Then you have no choice but to get married today. But something's not right. What's not right? Stuart's parents and relatives have arrived here earlier. That can't be true. His parents have cut ties with him. And no one from my husband's family members told me that you're going to have a child and get married to Stuart. I think they are fake people hired to act as family members. What? How did Stuart manage to get the money? I don't know. Maybe he went into debt again. Huh? How much debt does he have? I have no idea. But he said he had 10 million debt at the time he was disowned. Maybe it's even more inflated now. 10 million? Who is going to pay that back? Well, Stuart, of course. If you two get married, then both of you will have to pay for that. Maybe that's why he decided to get married to you. What? I don't want to get married to a person like him. I don't have any debt, so why should I have to pay back such a large sum of money? I don't know what you want me to say. You need to discuss that with Stuart. We need to buy things for the baby and also pay for labor-related stuff. Now is not the time to be paying off debt. You're right, but I'm sure you can work before child labor. You want to save up before the baby is born, don't you? I can't do that. I was going to marry an IT guy and be a stay-at-home mom. I don't want to work. So you want to go further into debt? It's going to be harder and harder to pay back the debt. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. It doesn't matter to me. Jane, don't say that and help me. I can't marry Stuart. It's time for the wedding to start, isn't it? You need to go. Everyone will be waiting for you. I don't want to. I can't marry him. Then what about your child? I'll raise the child alone. It's better than going into a lot of debt. If that's what you think, why don't you do it? It's none of my business, so you can do whatever you want. I'm getting out of here. Jane, you have to help me. I can't. Why not? I told you I can't do anything because I'm overseas right now. Why don't you have your husband contact Stuart? I'm going to be his sister-in-law anyway. Please, I really need your husband to tell his brother that I'm not marrying him. Stop it. It's none of Stephen's business. He has cut off all ties with Stuart. He's not even in contact with him. Why don't you just convince him? You're my sister, right? I'm in trouble, so please help me. You're too brazen. I'm not your sister since I've cut ties with you. Why should I do that for a stranger like you? You don't have to be so cold. I'm going to live an unhappy life, so help me. Huh? Stop talking nonsense. You're the one who put me in the bottom pit of unhappiness. Do you know how it feels to have your boyfriend taken away from you on the verge of marriage? I'm sorry about that, so please do something and help me. It's too late now. I fell into the depths of unhappiness, and that's why I'm happy now. If I hadn't met Stephen, I might not be here now. Then you're lucky. You should be thanking me, right? I'm the one who put you in the bottom of misery. Don't be silly. You have no idea what I went through. Not only that time, but this time you tried to take him away from me too. I'll never forgive you. But you're getting married to Stephen, right? Then you can forgive me. I refuse. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. I won't help you and I won't have anything to do with you anymore. That's terrible. If I marry Stuart, I'm going to hell. You're the one who made all those strange tricks to make that happen. You must have been the perfect prey for Stuart. You were lucky to have a friend to work with, weren't you? Both of you would make a great couple. Stop making weird jokes and do something about it. I told you I can't do it. There's nothing I can do about it anymore. We're on vacation after our wedding overseas. You have to take care of yourself. Oh no! Help me, Jane! I told you I would never forgive you. I'll block your number and delete all of your messages too after this. I'm going overseas, so I won't need the apps anymore. Well then, you'll have to take care of yourself. I hope everything goes well. Jane, wait! Please help me somehow, please! You're the only one I can count on. Impossible. After this, Ashley escaped from the wedding hall on her own, with her wedding dress on. Thanks to our parents' persuasion, her marriage to Stuart was called off, but there was nothing they could do about her child. After talking it over with our parents, They decided to raise the child together while living at our family's home. However, since it was my sister's selfish reason to cancel the wedding, she will be charged for the cancellation fee, cleaning and repair costs of the stained wedding dress. In addition to that, in order to cover the costs of the birth of the baby, Ashley had to work a part-time job to pay for the delivery of the baby. She longed to be a stay-at-home mom, but after the baby was born, she would need to work even more. All of this is the result of what she caused, so she deserved it. I returned from my honeymoon after the wedding, and after we reported our marriage to each other's parents, we immediately left for our new place of residence. I am now enjoying life in Australia with my husband. Zoe, it's so unfair. Stella, what's wrong? I'm talking about the guy you brought today. Oh, you mean my fiancé? That's right. What the hell is going on? I can't believe a woman like you got engaged to such a perfect man. Excuse me? A woman like me? That's a terrible thing to say. Unlike me, you're boring and ugly. How on earth did you get him? Did someone introduce him to you? We got to know each other through work. He used to be a business partner of mine. He proposed to me recently. Oh my God, it's really unfair. He works for a prestigious and well-known company, and he's some kind of elite, isn't he? Yeah, he works for a big company. And he's so handsome. It's not fair that you're marrying that kind of guy. Whatever. Anyway, how could you show up at our parents' house today with such a nonchalant face? What? What do you mean? You haven't forgotten, have you? About what you did 3 years ago? What? I have no idea what you're talking about. You don't remember what you did to me? Oh, are you still holding on to something from way back then? I couldn't help it then. He even said I was the better choice. It's because you keep flirting with him. I was about to get married to my ex 3 years ago. But out of nowhere, you stole my fiancé. I'll never forgive you for what you did. It wasn't my fault. It's your fault for feeling secure after your engagement. Why is it my fault? Both Dad and Mom were furious too, remember? That's why they kicked you out of the house, isn't it? They're overreacting. They shouldn't get so angry just because I stole your fiancé. Of course they would react like that. Moreover, even though you stole away my fiancé, you broke up within less than a month, saying you were bored or something. It can't be helped. I just wanted to steal him from you. What? So you didn't like him from the beginning? I liked him at first, but once he became mine, I lost interest. Are you serious? Really, you just want everything that belongs to me. Since we were kids, whether it's clothes, shoes, or bags, you begged Dad and Mom to buy the same things as me. And when you couldn't get them, you even forcibly took them from me. It's just because I always want to be better than you. What? I'm more beautiful than you. I won't be satisfied unless I win everything against you. Not just what you have, but even the men that you date. Everything has to be better than you. What a selfish way of thinking. Please don't try to steal things from me anymore. You should try to get things on your own. But it's faster to take it from you. What? Even though you are so ugly, for some reason, you are good at dating nice guys. So it's easier for me to steal guys from you. Jesus. Wait. Did you come to my parents' house today just to meet my fiancé? Bingo! I heard you are visiting parents' house to introduce your fiancé, so I hurried back. And as expected, you brought a handsome guy. So Zoe, give me his number. What? Just give me his number. Are you stupid? No way. Why not? You are trying to steal my fiancé again, aren't you? What? Of course not. I just want to get along a little, you know? We'll be family eventually, so it's not a big deal. No way. I'll make sure to invite you to the wedding, so please don't try to ruin my marriage. You are so mean. Say whatever you want. It's unfair that only you get to be happy. I want to get married and be happy too. If you want to be happy, then make an effort. Stop trying to take things from me. Find your own partner. Then, can you introduce me to your fiancé's friends? What? Just give me his number. I won't go after your fiancé, I promise. I already told you I wouldn't give you his contact. I'll officially send you a wedding invitation soon, so bye for now. Wait, Zoe! Zoe! Stop acting like you're better than me. I won't allow you to be the only one happy. I'll do whatever it takes to get close to your fiancé. Hey Zoe, long time no talk. Is now a good time? Hey, I'm busy with preparations for tomorrow's wedding. Can you please make it quick? I have something to tell you. What is it? I'm getting married. What? Really? Yes. Wow, congratulations. But that's quite sudden. Have you been dating someone? Well, I recently met someone. He seems to have fallen for me at first sight. And within less than a month of dating, he proposed to me. In a month? Really? Well, it just shows how charming I am, right? I'm so beautiful, unlike you. Okay, whatever. By the way, who do you think the guy is? Probably someone I don't know. Well, you actually know him quite well. He's handsome and has a prestigious background. Come on, Zoe, can't you figure it out? I don't know. We don't have many mutual friends because we went to different high schools and universities. Oh, come on, you know him, even though you pretend not to. No, really, I don't have a clue. Oh, well, too bad you won't have a wedding tomorrow. What? I'm marrying your fiancé. What? Oops, I made a mistake. I mean, your ex-fiancé. I'm sorry, Zoe. I stole your fiancé again. Wait a minute. I'm a bit confused. Are you saying my fiancé is marrying you? Exactly. You're joking, right? Or are you being delusional? Oh, my poor sister. I understand you don't want to accept reality. Unfortunately, I'm not being delusional. It's real. Your fiancé is mine now. Are you sure you're not confusing him with someone else? Stella, you've only met my fiancé once, right? There's no way I could be mistaken. He's handsome, so I remember his face and name perfectly. The man I'm marrying is your fiancé, for real. Are you sure about that? Yeah, soon I will be Mrs. Carter. Then how did you get close to my fiancé? Well, I happened to see him walking alone in the city, so I quickly chased after him and got his contact information. What? So I took a chance and asked him out on a date. He agreed so easily. We became quite close that very day. Even though he has a fiancé, we've been meeting almost every night. I'm sure he's captivated by my youth and beauty. I'm sorry. I still don't understand. Oh, you are so pathetic. I know you don't want to accept reality. You will be okay eventually. The wounds in your heart will heal. You will understand someday that I'm the one who's perfect for him. Hey, could you be misunderstanding something? I'm not misunderstanding anything. Zoe, you should give up on him. Aren't you frustrated? Not really. You're pretending to be strong again. It must be tough for you, having your fiancé taken by your sister twice. For the second time, your fiancé chose me. You should accept the reality that you are a loser. I don't think so. Hey, why haven't you introduced him to our parents if you're getting married? Huh? There's no need to introduce him. Why not? Why? Because he was your fiancé. Dad and Mom already know him well. Besides, if I mention taking your fiancé again, Dad will get angry, right? I've heard that his parents are strict too. Honestly, going to greet them seems like a hassle. No, I think our parents probably haven't met your fiancé yet. I think it would be good to properly introduce each other to both families. Come on, are you still saying that? You're so pathetic. Give up already and go find a new boyfriend. All right. This conversation has no end. By the way, are you coming to the wedding tomorrow? Oh my God, seriously? You're still saying that? What? I told you, you can't have a wedding. Hey, listen. How can you have a wedding without a groom? I'm going to completely destroy your happiness. Because that's what makes me happy. I think soon you'll get a message from him saying tomorrow's wedding is canceled. If you want him to be happy, just accept the reality, okay? What? My fiancé is right here next to me. What? Zoe, are you okay? Are you seeing hallucinations or something? No, it's not a hallucination. We're talking about tomorrow's wedding now. Huh? Wait a moment. What's going on? By the way, you mentioned you will be Mrs. Carter, right? Can you tell me your fiancé's full name? Ethan Carter. I knew it. What do you mean? Ethan is his older brother. Huh? Older brother? Yes. I don't get it. What do you mean? My fiancé's name is Sam Carter. Sam? What? The name is different? Yes. Ethan and Sam are brothers. It seems like the one who proposed to you was his older brother, Ethan. This can't be true. But they look like the same person. They look very similar because they're brothers. They're often mistaken for twins. But they have a 3-year age difference. And their personalities are completely different. This is unbelievable! Why did you tell me before that he had a brother? What? When I introduced my fiancé before, I think he mentioned having a brother. Did you not listen to him at all? I was captivated by his handsome face. I don't remember anything about a brother. Stella, it seems like you completely misunderstood. I thought something didn't add up in our conversation. Turns out, you were hitting on my fiancé's brother. My fiancé would never fall for you in the first place. I can't believe it was the wrong guy. I thought I managed to steal a fiancé from you. You were so desperate to steal my fiancé away that you didn't check properly. Well, even though it was a mistake, Ethan is handsome and getting married is a good thing, isn't it? Well, that's true, but there's meaning in stealing from you. It's disappointing that it was the wrong guy. You have a serious problem. I always want to be superior to you. I can't accept that my older sister's getting married before me and being happy. But he fell in love with you at first sight and proposed. Getting married within a month is a bit unusual thing to happen, but if you love him too, there's no problem, right? Well, now that you put it that way, I did manage to get a handsome guy. It's frustrating that it started as a mistake, but I'll go ahead and marry him. Well then, will you come to my wedding? Sure, I will. It's disappointing that you're getting married first, but eventually, I'll marry Ethan too. And I'll have a more luxurious wedding than you. All right, I'm looking forward to your wedding too. Well then, see you tomorrow. Zoe, it's totally different. What is? Ethan is not a perfect man at all. What are you talking about? Why are they so different even though they are siblings? Your husband works for a well-known company and is an elite, but his brother is just a part-timer. I didn't want to marry a part-timer even if he's handsome. Wait, did you not know his job? No, because I always thought he was your fiancé. But once you realized it was my fiancé's brother, didn't you ask what he does? Well, I was curious, but it seemed too late to ask. Even though he's someone you'll spend your life with? I never imagined he was a part-timer. They look so alike. I thought he was also an elite like your husband. Didn't I tell you before? I told you. Even though they look alike, their personalities are completely different. You've got to be kidding me. It's impossible to continue being married to a guy like that. So, you're already married to him, huh? I've been deceived. Ethan rushed into marriage because he was looking for someone to support him financially. Well, you're a full-time employee at least. If you work hard, you and Ethan can live off your salary. But that's impossible. What? I dreamt of being a housewife when I got married. So when Ethan proposed, I handed in my resignation at work. Oh. Zoe, what should I do? Figure it out yourself. I want a divorce if possible, but Ethan says there's no reason for a divorce and won't listen to me. Hey, how can I get a divorce? I don't know. Oh, I've come up with a good idea. What? How about swapping husbands? What? Don't be silly. It's not fair that you're always happy. You married an elite guy with a big salary, and I'm with a pimp. You chose him, so it can't be helped. No, it's different. If I knew he was a part-timer, I wouldn't have married him. It's all your fault. It wasn't supposed to be like this. You're an adult now. Take responsibility for your choices. Well then. Wait, Zoe! Zoe, help me! Don't ignore me. Answer the phone. Oh, you again. If it's about swapping husbands, I won't do that. No, it's not about that. I need your advice about something. What? I ended up living with him at his parents' house. Really? He's a part-timer. I quit my job and we have no money. We were discussing how we'll live from now on, so we ended up living with his parents. I see. Well, you're practically estranged from our parents. I guess you can only rely on your in-laws. That's the worst part. Why? Because my in-laws are extremely strict. They were surprised that I couldn't do housework properly. They said they'll teach me everything from scratch. I'm forced to do chores and cook every day. I don't even have time to hang out with friends. Well, isn't that good? Why do you say that? Every day feels like hell. You were spoiled growing up. It's a chance for you to toughen up. Don't say that! If I don't do something, I'll go crazy. I thought I had a handsome husband, but I never expected to end up living with in-laws like this. It's your fault for not knowing your partner properly. You should do your best. Why do you say that? I didn't do anything wrong. You didn't go to meet your husband's parents before getting married. If you had met them properly beforehand, you might have reconsidered the marriage. Not thoroughly getting to know Ethan and accepting the proposal, I think those are your mistakes. But I wanted to get married as soon as possible. I wanted to steal your fiancé as soon as possible that time. That's also a problem. You chose him because he was my fiancé, right? It turned out to be the wrong guy. If you've learned your lesson, you should stop trying to take what belongs to others. Whatever. I still want your husband. What? Wait, did you even read what I said? I'm divorcing Ethan. I've decided to marry your husband. No matter how much you want my husband, this time it won't go your way. Oh, really? We'll see about that. When a young and beautiful woman like me makes a move, I can win over any man. Are you serious? You're still trying to take what's mine? I'm going through so much. I won't allow only my sister to be happy. But you can't get close to my husband. What are you saying? There's no way, it's impossible. No man can resist my charm. I'll definitely steal your husband. But it's physically impossible. Right now, we're not in the US. What? My husband got a job overseas. What do you mean? I didn't hear anything about that. Why didn't you tell me such an important thing? There's no way I'd tell you. When will he come back? Probably we will live abroad for at least 2 years. No way! Do I have to endure this life for over 2 years? I'll be getting older during that time. I can't wait that long. There's no need to wait. I don't want to. Hey, can't he come back right away? That's not possible. We're here for his work. Where are you guys living now? I won't tell you. Why not? I don't think you would, but just in case you decide to desperately chase after us abroad, I won't tell you where we are. Well then, I'm busy, so see you. Wait, Zoe! Don't leave me alone! Zoe! Stella is unable to endure treatment from her parents-in-law. It seems she has proposed a divorce to Ethan again. However, Ethan refused to go through with the divorce, and Ethan and the in-laws treated her more strictly. She is now forced to live in an even more confined life than before. Nevertheless, my sister seems unwilling to give up on pursuing my husband. She persistently messages me about our location, so I finally blocked her recently. As for me, I am enjoying life overseas with my husband. I can't wait to build a family with him in a new environment.
Amy, do you have a minute?
I just started taking a break, so I can talk to you now. What's going on?
I've been hearing from my mom a lot since about a month ago.
Is something wrong?
Yeah, she says she feels lonely since she's living alone. I feel sorry for her.
I see. I remember now that your father died a year ago.
So she wants to move in with us. She's getting old and she shouldn't force herself doing things she used to do. I'm her only son, so I thought it might be a good time to think about it.
Well...
You're home all day, so you're not busy, right?
What? I'm busy. Even if I'm at home, I'm working just like you. I think I'm doing my job more seriously than you are.
You're lying. You're not working, you're just having fun. All you do is just sitting in front of the computer, right?
Don't be silly. I write articles every day and I need to be careful not to make any mistakes. I'm doing this with a lot of nerve.
Sorry.
Don't be rude, okay?
But, in case of emergencies, you can handle it, right? For example, if mom gets sick or suddenly collapses.
Well, I can handle that.
Do you mind if she moves in with us?
But I can't be around your mother-in-law during the day, I'm stuck in my room for work.
That's fine. I think mom needs the security of having a roommate. We can share the housework, and I'll make sure not to interfere with your work. Will you think about that?
Well, I can't do much, but if your mother says she can take care of herself, I'll think about it. I can't let her live alone forever.
Really?
But I'll definitely have her help with the housework, okay? Your mother is still in good health.
I'll make sure to tell her that.
Just give me more time to think about it.
Got it. Amy, reply to me.
Yes, what is it? I'm at work. Can I come back to you later?
I wouldn't text you now if it's not an urgent matter.
Well then, make it quick.
What's for lunch today?
Is that what you wanted to ask me?
What do you mean by that? It's important to eat 3 meals a day to stay healthy.
You are in charge for lunch today, right?
What? I'm always the one doing it.
What are you talking about? You are so selfish that you don't want to cook, so I've been cooking all week.
Oh, is that so?
You'll have to make it yourself today. I don't need lunch anyway.
What? You're trying to sneak yourself a nice meal, aren't you? That's not fair.
Oh my God, I'm at work, Jade. Please, leave me alone.
You think you can get away with anything when you say you're at work? It doesn't work that way.
Listen to me. I'm working and I don't want to be disturbed.
What are you doing in your room, fiddling with your computer? You're just playing with it. You really are a useless wife.
But that was the deal, wasn't it? I have to work during the day, so you need to take care of yourself. That was the agreement when you moved in.
I understand. I just have to do it on my own, right? You really are a cruel wife. I'll tell my son about this.
Excuse me, Jade. I have an online meeting from now, so excuse me.
Amy!
What is it this time? I know I always say this, but I'm working.
I want some cookies for my snack today. Will you go buy some for me?
Huh? I told you I'm working now.
You have a car, so you can go there in no time, right? Just go and buy some for me.
Jade, I'm not playing around here. I have a task to finish today.
You should listen to me once in a while. You're really cocky.
Sorry, but I can't do that for you. Why don't you go yourself? It's not good for your health if you stay inside the house all the time. Please go for a walk.
Hey, how dare you say that to an old person?
You are still young enough. You have a good appetite and you can talk loudly too. You are still good at remembering things too. But I think you should move your body a little.
I don't want to. It's so troublesome.
I see. Then give up on the cookies.
No way.
If you really want to eat those, I'll go buy some after work today.
I'm telling you that I want some now. Don't you understand?
I can't go now. I don't have time. Well then, I need to continue with my work.
Can I have a minute with you?
As long as you make it quick, it's okay. What is it?
Mom told me you're bullying her.
What? I didn't do such thing. I'm just doing my job every day. How is that related to bullying her?
You don't cook lunch and don't even do the shopping. Also, you don't do any of the housework. Mom told me to do something about you since you're a horrible wife.
Are you really taking that seriously? I told you that at the beginning that I can't deal with your mother during the day because I have to work. I told you I'd live with her if she's willing to take care of herself. Besides, you promised to share the housework.
Yes, but...
You've been playing around too much and not keeping your promise.
I need to socialize with people from my workplace.
Stop talking nonsense. You remember what you promised, don't you?
Of course I do.
You and your mother don't keep your promises at all.
Maybe so, but don't bully my mother.
I'm not bullying her. I work hard to make a living, and you also ask me to do all the housework. I think I'm doing a great job.
You don't have to talk like that. Mom may be fine, but she's an old woman. You should listen to her. You're so childish.
How dare you? You don't even think about our daily life.
What's with that tone of voice? You entered our family as my wife in the first place. Why don't you do your duty as a wife? You keep talking about work and you're so proud of yourself.
It can't be helped. We can't live only on your sole income. You don't even keep your promises.
You're so persistent.
Anyway, I'm not going to quit my job. You should tell your mother that I'm not playing around. I'm working hard each and every day. Your mother thinks I'm playing with my computer.
Yeah, that's what I think too.
I can't believe even you say that. Do you know why I'm so busy with my work?
I know, but you need to get along with Mom anyway. Amy, lunch is ready.
What? This is very unusual. What's wrong?
What do you mean? I'm on duty for lunch today, right?
Yes, but I'm feeling kind of weird. Jade, are you all right?
Judas warned me yesterday. I'm sorry for being so selfish.
I see.
So I talked it over with him. I'm always keeping you busy, so I thought we should plan a family vacation to take a break.
Huh? A family vacation?
I want to go to a hotel, soak in a hot spring bath, eat delicious food, and relax. I want you to book me a room at a luxury hotel.
A luxury hotel? Wait a minute. It costs almost $2,000 for 3 people to stay at the luxury hotel. Do you think we have that much money? We can't afford that.
Don't worry about that.
What do you mean?
Well, I'll take care of all the money.
This is a little creepy.
What are you talking about?
You have never paid a penny for the living expenses, but you're telling me that you'll cover the cost of a luxury hotel room? What is your true intention?
What's that? Are you doubting me? That's very rude of you.
Because you're suddenly so nice to me, so I thought there was something fishy going on.
That's not true. I was sincerely sorry for what I did, and Judas feels the same way too. We forgot about our promise when we started living together. So, as an apology, we decided to have a family vacation to relieve your fatigue. So let me pay for it. You don't need to worry.
Are you really sure about that?
Yes, of course. Please take care of the reservations at the luxury hotel with hot spring and good food.
Okay then. Jade, where did you go? It looks like Judas isn't here either.
Oh, I'm sorry. I took him to go shopping with me.
What? That's terrible. You should have invited me too.
There is a cab in front of the hotel. If you take that cab and go sightseeing, you can pay for your shopping together with your hotel bill. Isn't that great? You can stay at the hotel and relax. I'm sure you're tired from your busy work schedule.
Is that sarcasm?
No, I'm just giving you my heartfelt appreciation.
Anyway, are you sure you can afford to shop so much? It's a luxury hotel, so the payment alone is quite a lot.
You don't have to worry about that. I'll pay for everything in one lump sum.
Well, if you say so. Jade, where are you? It's almost time to check out.
We just arrived home.
What? Home? What do you mean?
You need to pay the $8,000 for the hotel. If you don't do that, you're going to jail.
What? Why?
Because if you stay at the hotel without the ability to pay, you may be guilty of fraud.
That's not what you told me. You said you're going to pay all the hotel bills, right? And how much did you and Judas shop? I can't believe you charged me $8,000.
Thanks to you, I got a good deal. I went to a mall that's well loved by the locals. I found a lot of clothes and accessories that I liked. Judas also found his favorite ones, so we bought it together. So please take care of the payment.
You two deceived me, didn't you? I thought it was very suspicious, and looks like my instinct was right. This is just too much to bear. I was a fool to believe you.
I would never have given you, who always bullies me, a free stay at a luxury hotel. You really are an idiot, aren't you? But thanks to your stupidity, Judas and I were able to have a good time. I thank you for that. I feel bad. I'm sorry for going home before you together with Mom.
Judas, what are you doing there with your mother?
Because you bully my mom, don't you? It's always been so hard for me to watch her get bullied. So I thought of a way to punish you. You're a workaholic, so I'm sure you make a lot of money. So please pay for the bill in full. I'm sure you can afford that.
What a foolish mother and son. I would never pay $8,000 for you guys.
But we're already home, so you're the one who has to pay.
Don't be silly. You're the ones who'll go to jail.
Huh?
It was a strange turn of events, so I thought there was something fishy going on.
You're skeptical.
I can't help but being skeptical. I was kind enough to let you move in, but you and your son didn't keep your promise. But you accused me for bullying you.
It's true, isn't it?
I've never bullied you. I just told you I couldn't help you because you kept asking me to do unreasonable things while I was at work.
You need to pay $8,000 no matter what you say. Don't try to threaten me and my son by telling that we'll go to jail. Stop joking.
I'm not joking. You know what? The bill for the hotel stay and your shopping will go to the person who made the reservation.
I know that. That's why I asked you to make the reservation.
I made the reservation in your name.
Huh? That's a lie, right? Why did you use someone's name without permission?
Because no matter how I thought about it, it was suspicious. You, who always interfere with my work so much, suddenly changed. You had never taken a single trip with me before, right? So I was sure there was something wrong. Looks like I was right.
Wait a minute. How could I possibly pay $8,000?
But if you don't pay, you'll go to jail.
There's no way I can afford it. I'm living on a pension. What are you thinking?
I know. I thought it was strange because the money from the sale of your house seemed to be gone too.
If you know what's going on, you should pay it.
You harassed me every day, interfered with my work. I can't pay $8,000 for people who dared to leave me in a fancy hotel and forced me to pay the bill.
So what am I supposed to do?
Why don't you just ask Judas? In the first place, you two talked it over and decided, right?
Yes, but...
There's no way he can pay that. On top of his low income, he spends his money on casino and other gambling games. I've been paying almost all of our living expenses until this day.
Then why don't you just pay that hotel bill?
That's why I'm making the reservation in your name. You're the one who should settle the bill. I don't have to pay for that. If you can't pay, You'll go to jail together with your son. I'll take you two to the police.
You've got to be kidding me. You haven't done your duty as a wife at all, and now you want me to pay for our trip? I don't want a wife like that for my son. I'll have you divorce Judas right now.
I knew it.
Huh?
I'm glad you have the same opinion. I'm going to stop by the city office on my way home and file the divorce papers. Now I can be a stranger to you and your son.
Stop blabbering nonsense. How long are you going to keep on fooling around? Besides, Judas didn't fill out the divorce papers. The divorce papers won't be accepted without his signature. You really are an idiot, aren't you?
That's why I have the divorce papers that Judas filled out. I always kept it in my bag.
What? Why?
When he asked me to let you move in with us, at first I refused. As you can see, I was stuck in my room almost every day for work and couldn't help you with your needs. Besides, I knew that Judas was spending all his money on gambling.
You've been planning it for that long?
So I told him that I can't live with his mother unless he started bringing in some money to live on. And he agreed with that. But I had a feeling that he didn't understand about what I was trying to tell him.
Is that why you made Judas fill out the divorce papers? Were you planning to divorce him from the beginning?
No, it wasn't like that. We thought that if you were going to live with us, we had to be responsible for you. So, I declared that if he couldn't keep his promise, I would divorce him, and I asked him to fill out the divorce papers. I was hoping that by doing so, Judas would become more aware.
What? I don't think he remembers that.
He was so excited about you moving in with us. He must have filled out the form while not paying attention to what we were talking about. I'm really stunned.
Judas says he doesn't remember writing it.
That would be proven when I submit the documents. So, I'm going to go and submit to the authorities.
I won't forgive you if you do something so selfish. First, pay the 8,000 bill, and then we'll talk about divorce.
Why do I have to go through all that trouble? Your name was on the reservation, so you will have to pay the bill. You want me to divorce your son, don't you? Your son will listen to what you tell him anyway. And I've been wishing for a divorce ever since you moved in. It would be smart to file divorce papers on my way home.
Don't be stupid. I won't allow it.
No, it's not stupid because it's what we all want. Assuming you ran away from the hotel without paying the bill. I'm afraid the police has been informed. I think a police car will be arriving at the house soon.
Oh my God. Am I going to get arrested? Are you kidding me?
I've explained it to you many times.
Why should I go to the police?
Because you did something you shouldn't.
It's Judas's fault too for spending all the money he got from selling our family house. If I had that money, I could have paid you $8,000.
Your son spends as much as he has on gambling. Maybe it's because you didn't educate him well enough.
Oh no, then what should we do?
From now, you'll have to go to the police and face the reality.
I told you I don't want to go to the police.
Even if you say that, you planned it yourself, so it can't be helped.
It's not just me. Judas agreed to it too.
Then you can explain that to the police, because I will be out of touch with you guys right after this. Do not contact me again.
Amy, you have to help us. Do something about it, please.
No, I won't do anything. I have no more feelings for you and your son. By the way, while you and your son are at the police station, I'm going to have to pull out my stuff from the house.
Amy, wait! I can't rely on Judas alone. Please do something about it.
After this, Jade was taken to the police and a damage report was filed against her for non-payment of lodging and other expenses. It seems that they were able to settle out of court, but there is no way they can pay $8,000. Jade sold her family house when she moved in. but she had no savings because she had spent all the money on her stupid son. They are now penniless and can't even pay their rent, so they were evicted from the apartment. Now they are both working at a factory with a dormitory to pay back the $8,000 they owe. I hope this will put an end to Judas's gambling. Well, it's nothing to do with me now that the divorce is finalized. I have signed a new contract for a stylish apartment so that I can work comfortably. I'm working sparingly because I've been receiving more demands for my writing job. I earn enough to live on, so I'm going to save for the time being. I have learned the importance of saving money from my experience with Judas and his mother.
Hey, Stella. Let me ask you something.
What is it, Mom?
How much did our relatives give you for pocket money?
I got about $200. I'm planning to spend it carefully.
Can you give me that money?
Huh?
I don't have enough money to pay the bills this month. I think I can just pay with your pocket money.
Oh no, I'll lose my allowance. If you and Nicole want to split the money, that's fine.
Nicole is your younger sister. Are you trying to take away her allowance?
No, but why don't you ask her too? You only asked me.
Because you're her older sister. It's natural for you to serve the family.
That's terrible. There are things I want to buy.
You can buy them when you can work on your own. Also, I'm going to be working late today, so please make dinner for me and feed your sister.
Will you be late again today?
I don't have a choice. I have to work. I have to feed you girls. I'm having a hard time too. Be a little patient.
I've been putting up with this a lot.
You're finally in high school.
Yes, I'm glad I got into a public high school. I studied on my own and succeeded.
What's with that tone? You sound as if it's your mother's fault for not letting you go to hire a private tutor to help you with your study.
Sorry, it's not like that.
By the way, now that you're in high school, can't you get a part-time job?
What? Why?
Because you know our financial situation, don't you? Your tuition fee for high school is going to cost us more than ever. I'd like you to help us out a little bit with our finances.
As much as I'd like to, but I want to study and go to college. I'm not allowed to have a part-time job.
This is not the time to be talking like that. I'm in so much trouble that I don't even know if we'll be able to eat tomorrow.
Then, why don't you ask Nicole to stop taking her lessons? Swimming, ballet, private tutor. It's just too much. If she stops one of those, you can use the money to pay for our monthly living expenses, right?
Huh? Why should Nicole put up with that? She's working really hard.
I'm working hard too and putting up with a lot.
Nicole is different from you.
Different in what way? I've been working hard too, but I'm not allowed to learn anything. I tried my best to study hard. I got into the high school I'm in now, while keeping my grades at the top.
That's normal. You're the big sister, so you have to give it up for your little sister.
You always put Nicole first. I'm the only one who have to put up with a lot of things.
I'd rather spend my money on Nicole than on you, who's not good-looking and dull. Nicole is more attractive. She's also good at socializing with people. All you have to do is work hard for me and Nicole, and you'll be fine.
Mom, you're terrible. I'm your daughter too. Why can't you be nice to me?
I told you, didn't I? You're not as pretty and stylish as Nicole. You're not even friendly too. You're so shy that you don't even want to show yourself to the neighbors because you feel embarrassed. I don't have any expectations of you.
I studied hard myself. I kept my test scores high to please you, and I got into the best school around here. But then, why do you want me to start a part-time job?
All you can do is studying. I don't expect anything from you. You're not as brilliant as Nicole. Anyway, you should think about getting a part-time job to help us make ends meet. I'll do my best to support Nicole.
I don't understand what you're talking about. Nicole and I are both your daughters, but you're always taking her side.
That's your destiny. Now go find a part-time job. Decide by the end of this month and start right away. Hey, did you get a part-time job?
No, not yet. It's not allowed at school, so I'm not sure if I want to start that.
What are you talking about? I'm a single mom with no money and we're struggling. You know that, don't you?
I know that, but I don't want my part-time job to interfere with my studies.
Don't be selfish. I've had enough.
Selfish? Is it selfish for a high school student to put study as a top priority? Is it selfish to not want to work part-time when it's forbidden by school rules? That's not right.
Don't be so cocky. Who do you think has helped you grow up until now? Who do you think is supporting you that you're able to attend high school?
Well, thanks to you, but...
See? Then listen to what I say.
But...
Go to the restaurant where I work in the evenings.
Huh?
I was introduced to a place that pays a little more per hour, so that's where I want to go. But if I leave suddenly, it will cause trouble for my other part-timers, right? So if you take my place, it'll be perfect. Can you start tomorrow?
What? Tomorrow? That's such a short notice. I promised my teacher that I'll study with her tomorrow after extracurricular activities.
Why don't you just say no for family matters?
I don't think I can do that.
We don't have any money, so we can't afford your selfishness.
I'm not being selfish, but...
Anyway, I want you to go to the restaurant tomorrow at 6 p.m. I'll let the manager know. He'll tell you what to do when you get there.
Don't just decide on your own. I have my own reasons, and I want to choose what part-time job I really want to do.
Don't keep getting cocky with me. Well then, I have to take Nicole to her ballet class.
You're always thinking about Nicole. Think about me too, Mom. Mom, listen to me, please.
Stella, you're off from your part-time job today, right?
Yeah, I'm studying.
I have something good to tell you.
What is it? I have a bad feeling about your good news.
Don't say that. You don't like your part-time job, do you?
Yeah, I don't want to if I can help it, but we don't have any money, so...
I know. Actually, Nicole's ballet performance was recognized, and she's going to study abroad.
What? Studying abroad isn't free, right? Mom, how are you going to pay for it?
Well, I'm going to borrow money for her sake. I mean, I already borrowed money.
What are you going to do to repay that? I can't work anymore, okay? I'm a full-time student. There's no way I can help you to pay off the debt.
That's right. I didn't tell you this, but I've borrowed a lot of money for Nicole. I've been in debt for her special lessons and costumes.
You didn't tell me anything about that. I was forced to work part-time for that? Why do I have to work part-time for Nicole? I've had enough.
I'm sorry.
What?
For making you feel sorry for me all the time. You went all the way to a good school and now you have to work part-time. As a mother, I'm ashamed of myself.
What's wrong all of a sudden? I'm feeling a little creeped out.
Don't say that. I'm really sorry about what happened.
Mom?
I'm just trying to make you feel better.
What?
You want to study hard without doing a part-time job, don't you?
Well...
I'm thinking to have another family adopt you.
Adoption? Can you explain that?
I have an old friend who couldn't have children. I know exactly what's going on because I used to listen to her problems all the time. She tried for years with fertility treatments but still couldn't conceive. She gave up on trying for a while. But she just couldn't give up hope to have kids. I told her about our family situation and she asked if she could adopt you.
You're going to give me up for adoption?
That's right. By doing that, we can pay the bill. She was a high achiever in high school, and her husband is an elite businessman, so you don't have to worry about finances. You're the perfect match for what they're looking for.
Wait, I don't want to be adopted. I just want to concentrate on my study. I want to study as much as I can while helping you, Mom.
Why? It's what you wanted, right?
No way. Then what about Nicole?
I'll continue to raise her myself. Without Nicole, I can't survive.
Huh? So you don't mind if I'm gone?
Well, I've entrusted all my dreams to Nicole. Besides, if you agree to the adoption, I can pay off my debt.
What?
My friend offered to adopt you under those conditions. Isn't that great? You get to live the life you want. Also, I'll be debt-free and Nicole can devote herself to ballet more. I really want to make her dreams come true.
You only care about yourself and Nicole. You don't care about my feelings at all.
Your feelings? You said you didn't want to work part-time and that you wanted to study. That's why I made that decision. I'm thinking about your feelings too.
I know, so you don't care if I exist or not.
I don't like the way you said that. I went to a lot of trouble to explain to you briefly so that you wouldn't get hurt.
It's too much to bear. I'm your daughter too.
We can't afford to raise a parasite like you in our house. Nicole has a bright future, and I want to raise her as best as I can. I don't want you, so I've decided to give you up for adoption. You should at least understand that. Get out of here right away.
I understand how you feel. I'm going to live with the family who decided to adopt me. In exchange, I'll cut off you and Nicole once and for all.
Okay then, that's what I want too. Nicole's spectacular career would be negatively impacted by a poor sister like you. Stella, it's me. I need to talk to you. Will you pick up the phone?
You're being very persistent. Who is it?
Oh, Stella, thanks for getting back to me. It's me, your mother.
You're not my mother.
What are you talking so coldly about? I gave birth to you and went through all the pain of child labor.
Oh, you're my biological mother, but you are not my mother anymore.
Don't say that. More importantly, you did your best. I heard you became a doctor. You've been a dedicated student since you were little. I'm really proud of you.
I'm not your daughter. I don't know where you got that information. If you have nothing to talk about, let's end our conversation here. I don't have time to talk with a stranger.
Wait a minute. I'm actually calling to ask you for a favor.
A favor? I'm not a very good person to do favors for others, am I? I don't think I'll be able to grant your request. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Actually, I'm in need of money.
Money? Why? You paid off your debt by giving me up for adoption, right?
Well, back then, thanks to you, I got out of debt. But then my debt started to grow little by little. The amount has become unmanageable now, so I wanted to ask you to help me.
Why?
Because I'm your mother. I'm in trouble, so it's only natural that you should help me.
You are not my mother. You're the one who abandoned me. You're just a stranger now.
That's not true. A mother is a mother no matter what the circumstances are, so please help me.
How selfish can you be? You said having only Nicole by your side was enough for you. That's why I cut ties with both of you. There's no reason for me to help you.
Don't say that.
I paid off all your debts that time. Why did you have to go into debt again?
Nicole repeatedly went abroad to study. I borrowed money to pay for that.
Then why don't you just let Nicole pay off the debt? It's wrong to demand it of me. Most of the debt you've incurred so far is related to Nicole's ballet, isn't it? It makes sense for her to pay them back.
You see, Nicole had no luck with work after returning to the US. She was working part-time as a dancer with other young girls, but her pride wouldn't allow it, so she quit. I've been taking care of her living expenses too.
That's none of my business. I was abandoned for her promising and glamorous future. Don't be ridiculous. You don't have to be a dancer to get a job. Do whatever it takes to pay off your debt.
Nicole's pride was shattered. She eloped with a man. I don't even know where she is now, so I had no choice but to turn to you.
What? Eloped with a guy? No kidding. I can't believe you abandoned me for such a selfish girl like Nicole.
I'm sorry. I really am, Stella. So I need you to help me.
Why should I help you? Who do you think you are to tell me that? Never show your face in front of me again.
I didn't have a choice because I was broke. I didn't give you up for adoption because I wanted to give you up. Did you have a happy life after that? Did you adjust to your new parents right away?
My father and mother are very kind people. They knew everything about me and treated me kindly. I was thinking about going to college and they helped me with my study. They let me go to college. I wouldn't be where I am today if it wasn't for my parents. I thank them from the bottom of my heart.
Really? So you're grateful for their support. That's good to hear. You're married to a doctor, aren't you?
Yes. A doctor who took care of me when I was an intern. Someone I can trust wholeheartedly. Of course, he knows everything about my past. He and his parents accepted the marriage with open arms.
You're amazing. You're a doctor yourself, and you're married to a doctor? I can see how rich you are now.
That's what you care about, isn't it?
So you can pay off my debt in no time, right? This will be the last time I ask you to do something like this. Please, can you somehow come up with the money?
No matter how many times you ask me, I refuse. I was sure that you'll come back to me with the same problem in the future, and I was right. My husband and parents told me that I don't need to see you ever again. I don't want to betray the people who understand me very much. Please give up on the debt.
Why? I'm your mother. Those people you're with right now bought you with their money.
How dare you say that? You're the one who approached my parents, who were lonely and childless, and all you wanted was money. I can't believe that you're a human being, since it seems that you're heartless. I don't even want to think of you as my mother.
You can't erase our blood ties even by saying that. I'm your mother for sure.
I don't care about blood ties. You always put Nicole first and me second. On top of that, you took away all of my allowance. Once I entered high school, you forced me to work part-time job. After all the sad and painful experiences, you abandoned me in the end.
I didn't mean to abandon you. At the time, it was a hard decision for me too. Please understand my feelings.
I don't know what to think. I can't believe you would abandon your own daughter.
Can't you just help me?
I can't.
Well then, I guess I'll have to go to your house and talk to you in person.
Huh?
I've already checked your house. I'm going to enter your property now.
No way.
Yes, I'm in front of your house right now. Your house is where my friend used to live, right? I could have easily found it. You were so lucky to have been raised and provided with a great home.
I'm going into the house and get the money directly. If you do that, I'll sue you for trespassing. I don't have time for that. I have to transfer the money within 3 days, or I'll be in big trouble. Well, I'm going to show up now, so please take care of me. Hold on a sec. Stella, what's this all about? I don't know the people in this house. Who are these people? What? I don't know. What do you mean you don't know them? The house was sold last month. What do you mean? It was my parents' idea. The house was old and started to fall apart, so we decided to sell it. They asked me to move into a condo with them. A condo? Yeah, my parents aren't going to be around forever, so we bought a condo near the station, which is convenient for shopping. Now I'm living in a condo on a different floor from my parents. It's very comfortable. I don't know anything about that. No one told me. Why would I talk to you when you're the one who cut me off? That's terrible. I just got caught by a resident who called the police. Come and help me. Why? I've told you many times I won't help you. Who would help a mother who abandoned her own daughter? You're terrible. What kind of life am I going to live from now on? What? You can't get away with trespassing, can you? If you're tearing up that house trying to find money, you could be sued for damage to property. Oh no. I can't afford to pay for the fine. Do something about it. There's nothing I can do. Isn't that the result of all you've done so far? You just have to take the punishment honestly and keep paying your debts. You're an adult, for God's sake. Take responsibility for what you've done. I can't believe this is really happening. I thought you were going to help me. You gotta be kidding me. Please don't get involved with our family at all for the rest of your life. I'll block your number too. Well then, take care. No. Stella! After that, my mother was taken away by the police officers who arrived at the scene. She settled out of court for compensation for the damaged goods and had to pay $20,000 for fine. In addition to paying off her own debt, the monthly payment increased even more. She is now working part-time in the morning, noon, and night to make ends meet. She has no money to rent an apartment, so she is staying at the house of an acquaintance. It is not clear how long she will be allowed to stay at that person's house. She may be evicted at some point, but even if that happens, she will get what she deserves. My younger sister remains missing. It seems that what my mother has done for her couldn't change her mind. I'm still working as a doctor with my husband. I'm living a busy but fulfilling life. Every day, I thank my parents who adopted me from the bottom of my heart for allowing me to lead a good life. I would like to continue to live my life to the fullest so that I can repay my parents' kindness.
Hey Nara, are you busy tomorrow? I'm thinking of hitting the mall, the one we used to go to ages ago. You up for it? Just chilling and no big plans. The mall? Cool, but why not go shopping with Meg instead? She's your fiancée. Checking out stuff for your love nest on a date sounds fun, I think. This is the most exciting time. Why go to the mall with me? She might think you're too attached to your sister. Nah, she's not like that. I mean, you came back from Germany just for our wedding, you know? You took time off for me even though work's crazy, right? I care about my sister, that's all. Isn't it cool to hang out sometimes just as siblings? Are you heading back right after the wedding? Let's make the most of our time together before that. What do you think? Meg mentioned she was going shopping with her mom too. Last moments as singles, spending time with family sounds good, right? Well, yeah, you're right. Okay, let's go. Great, it's settled then. How about after the mall, we grab dinner at that Italian place you love? Hey, hold up. Are you trying to fatten me up? If I can't fit into my dress for the wedding, it's all your fault, okay? Okay, deal. I'll pick up noon tomorrow. Looking forward to it. What the heck? Unbelievable! What are you talking about? You said you were meeting up with your sister you haven't seen for a while, but I had a feeling something was fishy. You took advantage of me being out with my mom. Who did you go to dinner with? Don't try to play dumb. I saw you with my own eyes. Who was that curvy girl? I didn't know you were into that kind of girl. We're getting married this weekend, and you blatantly cheated on me. I'm not the kind of woman who just cries and backs off after being cheated. I'll make sure that girl knows who she's messing with. I bet that curvy girl must have learned her lesson. I gotta say, I did a good job. Her cheek was so plump and soft when I slapped her. It felt so good that I wanted to keep slapping her. On top of that, she had no balance, so she stumbled and fell over. She mustn't have been working out at all. I feel amazing. It's payback for hurting me. Boom, yeah. Babe, are you listening? That girl looked quite a bit older up close. If you want to cheat, shouldn't you choose someone a bit more decent? That much older. I'm embarrassed. Wanting to marry me means you have a reasonably high standard. Thinking I'm being compared to that girl, it really pisses me off. You better tell her right now that you're breaking up with her. And as an apology to me, pay me $20,000 for the emotional damage. Oh, and yeah, I want some new shoes too. If you agree to the condition, I guess I'll still marry you. But your trust level is 0 from now on. After we're married, I'll be monitoring your every move with GPS. 5 checking calls a day, and oh yeah, we are living with my parents. Just my watchful eye might not be enough. And if you have any extra money, you might be tempted to play around with it. So hand over your entire paycheck to me. You're not in a position to say no, okay? So hurry up, break up with that girl and apologize to me. Meg, explain yourself. What's with that attitude? Doesn't sound like you're feeling remorseful. What's there to feel remorse about? I don't get it. Where are you? I don't have an obligation to tell you. But, well, if you kneel and beg for forgiveness, I might consider it. I read your messages. Are you okay? I was speechless. It was full of delusions. Delusions? Right back at you. How audacious. Listen, this isn't hearsay. I saw you guys with my own eyes. Making lame excuses is just pathetic. Such a coward. I told you I was going out with my sister. That was definitely her. Are you making a fool out of me? I told you I witnessed your cheating. Stop making excuses. Jeez, how many times do I have to say it? I'm not lying. You know, I've met your sister, remember? I know what she looks like. The woman I saw looked nothing like her. A full-figured girl. Your sister has a nice figure like me and looks more like a successful career woman. There's no way she's like that big girl. Wait a sec. She's been living in Germany and her boyfriend's local. She mentioned she gained a happy weight by adapting to his eating style. Huh? She joked about gaining weight from going out on dinner dates and being in love. I love how she looks now. She seems truly happy. Do you really think that kind of excuse will work for me? I can't just pack up extra pounds like that even if I tried. Your sister either. Didn't I tell you she got a boyfriend? Sort of. I mean, that and that curvy girl have no connection at all. Turning your sister into larger size and lying about it is outrageous. If she finds out, she'll definitely take my side, you know? Enough already, just apologize. There's no reason for me to apologize. I don't remember you even being such a pain in the neck. Jeez, have you been hiding your true colors? Even then, I'm offering to be your wife, so come and apologize already. Oh, by the way, you better not come empty-handed, okay? I'm willing to accept a losing ticket. I'm really generous, you know. Be grateful. You've been saying all that terrible stuff, but I'm not even cheating in the first place. Shush! What if I change my mind? I'm saying I'll forgive you now. Hurry up! I'm not lying. Listen carefully. Still trying to fool me? Persistent, huh? The woman I was with was my sister. The one who fell and got injured because of you was my sister. Seriously, how can you attack someone without confirming who they are? If you really remember her so well, wouldn't you have recognized her voice? Even if her weight changed, she still has a mole by the corner of her eye, you know. It'll be easy to confirm, but attacking without knowing anything, that's just barbaric. Enough! 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 Look who's talking back! At this rate, you won't get to marry me, get it? I won't accept you. This is going in circles. Basically, even if I'm not at fault, if I apologize, you'll tell me where you are, right? You're starting to get it. It's troublesome that you lack understanding. First, make a video of yourself acknowledging how much you've hurt me and apologizing for your actions. Post it on social media for everyone to see. If you do that, well, I might consider telling you where I am. You're not arguing, so you're accepting, right? I'm on my way to my family's house now. I'll stop to have lunch before, so I should arrive in about an hour. That should be enough time to post on social media, right? And when it's done, come over quickly for the final discussion. Oh, and don't forget about the money. You won't get forgiveness for free. The world doesn't work like that. Babe, I've been checking your social media, but what's up? There's nothing posted. Don't you know what to say? Want me to think of something for you? You're a handful. Come over here and post what I tell you on your account. Nope, not gonna post. Jeez, you're insolent. Who cares about posting on social media? I'm not planning to apologize in the first place. Quit messing with me! I know where you're now, so I've filed a complaint. Wow, you're shameless. If anyone's filing a complaint, it's gonna be me. I didn't want to involve your family, but oh well, I'm gonna talk to your sister. I'll tell her you treated her as a bigger-sized girl. She'll definitely be shocked. She'll have my back, and in the end, you'll be the one apologizing. Hi, Nala. Long time no see. It's Meg. Before coming to see you, I guess we'll catch up over text. I just have to talk to you about Philip before I see you. He's being a jerk. Even though he's with me, the beautiful fiancée, he's cheating. And get this, the other girl is full figure. When I confronted him, guess what? He said it was you. What a terrible lie. I know you have a slender figure just like me. Not only am I mad that he's trying to cover up his cheating, but treating you as a larger-sized woman. Seriously? As a beautiful woman, you'd understand how I feel, right? Let's punish him together. Can you at least tell him something from your side? Tell him to apologize to me and bring compensation. Wait, have you been abroad for so long that you forgot English? You can read this, right? Even if it's a huge shock, you can type some words, right? What's going on? Surely, you're not trying to defend your cheating, lying brother, right? I can't understand if you stay silent. Write something, please. I guess you're taking his side, but at this rate, we won't be marrying, you know. Your cute little brother's gonna end up being devastated. You'll have a good look like me and have a good job. I thought you were smart too. I guess just like Philip, a family of scum is all scum, huh? Disappointing. I can imagine you guys racking your brain you don't even have over filing a complaint and making a big fuss about claiming compensation. So lame. Are you so messed up in the head that you can't even tell who's the victim anymore? Let me give you a reality check. The one at fault here is Philip. He caused me immense pain. Besides, a curvy girl like that wouldn't get hurt from just a fall. It's like her body is surrounded by cushions and bounces back. It's laughable to mention filing a complaint when there wasn't even an injury. Before complaining, she should try to look like me.
Cut it out already, will ya? I thought you were too quiet, then I checked Nala's phone. What's up with this? I told you, because of you, she fell or broke a bone and can't move.
Yeah, sure. If you can keep up the act for that long, it's quite something. Maybe aim to be an actor. Oh, wait, you probably won't make it big.
All those disrespectful messages you sent to her, I'll reply instead. The complaint has been filed.
For what?
I shouldn't have to explain this so many times. Don't you get it? I explained the whole situation to your parents too. Marriage is definitely off the table. I made it clear we are demanding compensation for Nala and the cancellation of the wedding.
Why should I pay you guys?
Oh God, you need the same explanation from scratch again? Seriously, enough. Reread the message history.
No, wait! That curvy girl, she's really Nala?
Give me a break. After telling you all that, you still can't believe it?
No way! Seriously? Philip? Don't just ignore me! The moment I got home, my parents were furious with me. I explained the situation, but they're saying I'm not their daughter anymore. I can't went overboard. I got carried away because I love you so much, you know. If you could explain things to them, I think they'd understand. You must be worried about me too, right? I mean, I've been doted on by my parents all my life. You were talking about filing a complaint, but wouldn't you hate to have a wife with a record? Think about it. You and I and Nala were family, right? Within the family, labeling each other as victims and perpetrators. Maybe it's too dramatic, right? Agree?
Babe, can't you just answer the phone for once? If this is payback for me, I think it's more than enough already. Okay, I get it. I'll forgive you. I'll even admit that Nala's through figure now. Right, let's just forget about it, okay? Cheer up. I'll let it all aside. So, you'll withdraw the complaint, won't you? I'll be a good wife, you know that, right? If we get married just as planned, both our families will be happy. I'm bending over backward here. Right? Please reply. I'm begging you. Is your phone out of battery? You know how much I hate being ignored, right? Are you being mean to the person you're gonna marry? I'm worried about our future. Is it okay if I change my mind?
Fine, go ahead, change your mind.
What that's supposed to mean?
I'm saying we're not getting married. I don't even want to.
Wow, who do you think you are?
You're such a pain. I'm done. Bye.
Wait, we're not done talking yet.
Hey Nala, how's the rehab going?
Yeah, it's going well. Sorry for making you worry, but thanks for asking.
You don't have to apologize.
The bruises are healing now, and it's just a matter of rehabbing to full recovery.
I feel pathetic for almost marrying a woman like that. I lack judgment.
True.
I feel so bad about it.
It's okay. I was called a big a lot. But this injury might help me lose some weight.
Don't do it in an unhealthy way.
I'll hit the gym from now on and get stronger out of frustration. Gotta protect myself, you know.
Seriously, I'm sorry.
It's fine. You found out her true colors now, so that's good.
I talked to her parents too. I've decided not to withdraw the charges and make sure she takes full responsibility. Is that okay?
If that's what you want. She's still young. It'll be a pity to tarnish her future. But she seems clueless. It might be for her own good. I hope she reevaluates herself.
Yeah, I don't know if she'll ever understand though. Both you and I got hurt. That's a fact.
What about the cancellation charge for the wedding?
Her parents covered it. They sent over money for restitution recently. I transferred it to your account. Oh, but don't worry. They plan to recover everything from Meg, so don't stress about it and just take it. They're pretty fed up with her too.
Really? Sounds like she's got a tough time ahead of her. But you know, considering her personality, don't you think she might show up out of the blue?
Yeah, that's a good point. I was worried about that too. It's okay. I took some precaution to ensure that won't happen.
That's a relief.
It must have been a scary experience.
Yeah, she came at me out of nowhere and didn't let me explain anything. And I was repeatedly called a big girl. It hurt my feelings.
That won't happen again. I won't allow it.
So, that's resolved then?
Yeah. By the way, you're quite delayed in going back. Is everything okay?
Indeed, this trip turned out to be longer than planned.
Your boyfriend must be missing you.
Yeah, he is.
Oh, I feel bad for him too.
So, here's the thing. He's planning to take some time off to come and see me.
Wow! Then let's go eat together. The three of us.
That sounds good.
He'll be happy too.
All right, let me research where to go.
I have a request.
Oh, you know where you want to go?
I hop on the diner we used to go to.
Huh? Don't you want to go somewhere more upscale?
He wants to try the typical American food, you know? I normally eat good sausages, cheeses, and stuff with him in Germany. That's why I gained a bit of weight.
It's called pure happiness. All right, let's stuff ourselves together.
This is such a different conversation from the old times.
Isn't it great though? I love seeing you enjoying a meal. Way better than Meg pretending to be a light eater. I think your boyfriend agrees.
Jeez, I don't want to get curvier than this.
Yeah. I'll look for some other good places. A month after cutting contact with Meg, her parents came to see me again. They wanted to express their sincere apologies once more, and also reassure me that Meg won't bother us again. She moved in with them at once to save money and repay the restitution they fronted. They wanted to punish their daughter severely and arranged for a live-in maid through distant relatives. The head of the affluent yet austere household made strict rules, including a complete ban on internet usage and no access to smartphones. As for me, I had great times with Nala and her boyfriend. During one of the dinners, he got on his knees and proposed to her. While my own wedding turned into an illusion, I couldn't be happier about them getting married. Nala, now engaged, advised me, "Don't choose a woman based on appearances. It's essential to build trust from the heart. Couples who truly love each other can overcome any obstacle." I cross my fingers for an encounter like that someday.
Janet, that fancy dress in your room? What is that? It's a fancy floral pattern, and the sleeves and length are too short. It's inappropriate for a married woman to wear such a flashy dress. I confiscated your dress for you. You should try to wear modest dress, okay? Huh? Sarah? Did you enter this side of the house again without permission? It's connected only by a staircase that's unlocked. Just because it's a two-family layout doesn't mean you can enter without permission. Moreover, you entered the room and stole the dress. Please return my dress right now. Stealing? I'm just educating you. You're a married woman trying to seduce a man with such flashy clothes. I'm just educating you, you insolent daughter-in-law. I didn't keep it for myself to wear. As you know, I work as a designer, so I have a lot of clothes. I have dozens of dresses. So what? You designed these disgusting clothes. Your work is vulgar. Who walks around in those vulgar clothes? I know who it is. I know that you stole the clothes from my room and wear them. You often go out with your friends for shopping and coffee. What? And I hate to say this, but we don't have such bold mini lengths and short sleeves. We're more of an elegant brand for adults. If it's too short, then it's simply not the right size. What do you mean? Speak up! Can I say it? It means you are very fat. Huh? Well, it's true that I've been a little concerned about it lately, but I can tell without being told that you stole these clothes and wear them without permission. The fabric and elastic are unusually stretched and so on. If you force yourself to wear clothes that don't fit, the design will be ruined and it won't look good. I suggest you wear a size that is right for you. I understand. I can just return it. I'll bring it back later. Yes, please return it today. What a cheeky daughter-in-law. I don't know if you're a designer or not, but you don't have much work to do anyway. You're so bossy.
You don't steal people's things. I think it's common sense. Even elementary schoolers could understand that.
Shut up! You really are a cocky daughter-in-law. Janet, I got rid of all the vulgar clothes in your room.
Huh? I thought it was lunch break, so I opened my phone and suddenly, what? You can't be serious, can you?
Of course I'm serious. I think they're probably being burned at the garbage disposal site by now.
Huh? What the hell are you doing? Could it be all the clothes I was making and hanging on the form?
Of course! I got rid of all the vulgar clothes. And by the way, all the papers that were around.
Clothing design drawings? No way, oh my god. That was something I was drawing for work.
I'm telling you that work is vulgar.
Huh?
You quit your work. If you think about it, you're cheeky. I think it's because you're in a flashy world like the apparel industry. You seem to think you're so smart just because you can make some clothes. But the clothes you make are gaudy and vulgar like garbage. Only a whore would wear those clothes. As a wife, a pair of sweatshirts, jeans, and an apron are enough. I threw away all those fancy, non-functional trash clothes. I bought you clothes that are appropriate for a wife instead. From now on, you are to wear it.
You are a wife too. You have a lot of gaudy clothes.
I'm fine. Besides, my oldest son, Bob, and my second son, Zach, both of my sons are interested in the apparel industry and are actually working in it. And yet, if I, as their mother, am not a fashion-conscious and attractive woman, it would be a disservice to them and to the world. That's why I'm fine.
So I don't need to worry about what I wear because I'm married?
Yes, especially you. It's a disturbing concept for educating wife.
Huh? Educating wife?
I'm saying that as the wife and the daughter-in-law of this house, I will discipline you. You are to sleep on our side of the household starting tonight. Oh, and that you're to report your resignation to the company before you come back. I got rid of all the clothes in your room, so you wouldn't be able to work even if you wanted to.
You took the liberty of getting rid of my clothes for that?
That's right. So you'll have to resign, right? That's right.
Nonsense.
Huh?
I have to go to a client after lunch, so if you'll excuse me.
Nonsense? I will not tolerate your outbursts against me, your husband's mother. I thought I would start in earnest tomorrow, but I've changed my plans. Starting today, I will thoroughly educate you. You go home prepared. I know all about your shallow wiles. You think you've fooled me, but you haven't. Last night, I thought you didn't come home. I was right. You came back in the early morning. You seem to be sneaking around, but I can easily spot you when I see your car. And since you got home early in the morning, I can't believe you slept until this hour. What a slovenly person. If you are the wife of the family, you should get up at 5 a.m. every morning to make breakfast for your husband. What's more unforgivable is this red wine I found in the kitchen. It's really outrageous that you would buy something so extravagant. The wife should just drink tap water. It is unforgivable that you would buy such a luxury item without telling your husband. I couldn't help but lose my temper and pour wine on you while you were sleeping. But this time of year, I'm sure it would have been enough to get to the core of your body. The blanket got wet, and now you can't go back to sleep. That's right. Let's do this every morning.
It's a perfect custom to signal the start of a day of your education. Okay then, it's decided. Starting today, I will educate you. I'll pour red wine over your head to wake you up in the morning. What? Sarah? Come on. Get up quickly and come to the kitchen on our side of the house. I was on a business trip last night and didn't come home. Huh? After texting you yesterday afternoon, I flew to LA branch. So I'm at a business hotel in LA right now. To LA? On a business trip? Huh? Didn't I tell you? Janet, what are you talking about? I won't allow such excuses just because you don't want me to educate you. Just get on with it and come to the kitchen on our side. I'm in LA, so I can't. You're lying because your car is in the garage. I didn't use it yesterday, so it must have been sitting there all day. Huh? But you always sleep in the room next to the living room, don't you? That's where you were sleeping. Could it be Zach? Huh? Zach? Bob and Zach, both brothers, are off duty today. Last night, they said they'll stay with our side because they're going to play a game. Huh? Also, they asked me if they could borrow a blanket for visitors and sleep in the other room. I usually sleep there. I'm not home, so no problem. I said okay. I don't know about the wine. Didn't they buy it for them to drink together? Huh? Then I poured wine over... Did you pour it on him without even looking at him? Because I was afraid that if I stayed too long, they would fight back. I poured wine on him and immediately ran away to the other side of the house. Could it be that... Wouldn't it be better to go and check immediately who you have poured red wine on? No way! Janet, you've caused me a lot of trouble. Come back quickly and reflect on what you've done. I don't know what I should be sorry for. Can you please stop blaming others? You have a lot to be sorry for. If only you had quit your job and educated yourself. You meant to say that it was supposed to be me, not Zach, who had wine poured on him this morning. That's right. That's what was supposed to happen. It's an education for you, so it should have happened, and yet... Zach apologized to me on the phone. Huh? Because of that, Zach is resigning. What? What do you mean? How can pouring wine on Zach by mistake lead to his resignation? Well, because his mother was bullying the president of his own company. What? The president? If I were in his position, I would have felt the same responsibility. Wait a minute, Janet. What are you talking about, the president of his company? Yes, you're right. I should just reveal it already. Until now, I didn't talk about it because of Bob and Zach's intention, but... So what? The president of the apparel company that Bob and Zach work for. Actually, it's me. What? The company was originally started by a small group of people, including me as the main designer. Thankfully, the company became popular and grew in size. We were able to afford to hire employees like Bob and Zach. Now I work as the president and designer. Why did you keep such an important thing from me? If you know that your daughter-in-law is in a superior position to your own two sons, he said that you would likely bully me. Bob and Zach both suggested to me before we got married that we should wait and see how things would turn out. But in the end, you said, I'm going to educate my daughter-in-law. You were so excited that you poured red wine on me. Zach was so shocked to see his mother's foolishness that he said he was so sorry that he was resigning from his job. Oh no! Of course, Zach is an excellent employee. I tried to dissuade him, telling him that if he quit now, it would be a big blow to the company.
Oh, I see. So he is not going to do something stupid like resigning, isn't he?
How can you say that in your position? Why don't you think about who did the stupidest thing? Zach is a full-fledged man. The fact that he would take responsibility for your actions, even to the point of resigning from his job, shows that he has a great deal of determination. I thought about allowing him to do so without penalty, or even reducing his salary or demoting him. But in the earnest and honest mind of Zach, there was no way he could be okay with that. So for that reason, I'm going to fire your son.
What? Fired?
Zach asked me to fire him. Otherwise, it would be embarrassing to continue our relationship as brother and sister-in-law. He wants to make sure that he gets his comeuppance. So I decided to respect his wishes and fire him. Technically, it's not a disciplinary dismissal, but a voluntary resignation. He will receive severance pay and other benefits. Zach asked me to make it a disciplinary action, but I didn't give in. We both agreed, and this is the result. But whose fault is it that we ended up like this in the first place? You understand, don't you?
Oh my God. I can't believe Zach resigned because of me. To apologize to someone like you and ask you to let him go? I can't believe you made him do such a humiliating thing.
Are you still saying that? Sarah, you still don't understand the gravity of what you've done.
You're just making this bigger than it is. I don't know if you're the president or what, but get over yourself. I won't allow you to disrespect Zach any longer.
It's not just Zach. This goes for my husband Bob too.
Huh? Even Bob?
Bob's resignation hasn't been accepted yet. After he finishes dealing with the massive loss that you've incurred, he will resign from the company.
I beg your pardon. What loss? I just poured wine on Zach.
Don't tell me you've forgotten already. It's all the clothes you threw away.
Huh?
I'm sure they're probably in ashes in the landfill by now. Including the unpublished design drawings, they were company property. I'll make sure you're to compensate for the damage.
What? Compensation for damages? What do you mean?
Zach and Bob will discuss the details with your husband tonight. At that time, please have your two sons explain to you. They long to be in the apparel industry and fulfilled their dream to join my company. But because of you, their dreams were cut short by you, even though they were outstanding employees.
Huh? Wait a minute. Is it my fault?
I would have liked to be there if I could, but unfortunately, I'm in LA right now. Now, if you'll excuse me.
Please, it was my fault. So please don't make me pay for the damages.
That's impossible. It's not a personal decision. It's a company-wide decision.
It's crazy of you to take money from my family.
Family? Didn't you discuss this with them?
Of course we did, but I can't stop it, so I'm asking you to do it.
Zach is trying to protect his girlfriend, whom he is currently dating, from you bullying her. He's going to be taken into her family, and he's going to start all over again, looking for a job from scratch. And Bob and I will end our cohabitation at the end of this month. That's what you heard too, right? Can't you understand that we don't consider you a family member anymore?
Not only that, even my husband. He started saying he was divorcing me.
I've already heard that too. Your husband's decision surprised me too, but I don't blame him.
Why?
Don't you understand?
I don't understand. We've been a successful family all this time.
Is that really true?
What?
I can't say much, but I only know what I've heard from Bob and Zach. But you, as a mother and a wife in this family, have you ever thought about how well you were able to fulfill that role?
I'm always perfect.
Well, I'm not sure that's a good answer.
What?
No, I don't think you'd take this very well if I told you, so I'm not going to do it.
What? What is that? Who do you think you are? Say it, Janet.
I think it's best if you realize it yourself, so I won't say it.
What?
Since we are no longer living together, I will not be visiting your side of the house for the remainder of the term. We'll be filing a formal claim for damages as soon as possible.
Wait a minute. Let bygones be bygones and stop with the compensation. Then don't dismiss my sons. And tell my husband and sons to desist. If they leave, who will make the money? I won't be able to make a living. I'll make sure I get along with you from now on, so please don't leave.
I think that's your problem, isn't it?
Huh?
Well, I know it's a little early to say this, but thank you for everything.
Hey, Janet!
Bye. After that, first of all, we dissolved our cohabitation with my mother-in-law. After the standstill, my parents-in-law's divorce was finalized. As for the damages from my company, they paid me back in one lump sum with the money from our property division. As a result, she lost her living expenses and she was left alone, started working part-time in tears. However, she had never worked before and seemed to be stressed by being supervised by a boss who was younger than her. She had been getting into trouble at her part-time job, resigning from her job and moving from one place to another. After the compensation case was settled, my husband resigned from the company as he declared. I thought it was a little too harsh, but Zach also quit because he took responsibility. He resigned, saying that he would learn from his older brother's example and give himself a clean bill of health. Now Bob is working hard with Zach to launch a new brand.
Alexandra, how have you been?
I'm fine. I'm sorry it's been so long since I've seen you, Uriel. I've been in a hurry to pick up and drop off my daughter every day.
It's true. You've been neglecting me.
I'm not neglecting you.
But it must have been hard for Megan too. She was looking forward to her elementary school life so much. She's finally getting used to it, and just when it's about to be summer vacation, she broke her arm. I think teachers should pay more attention to each student.
Well, I'm sure she was careless too. She was injured while playing in the schoolyard during lunch break. It can't be helped, but she's recovering well.
I can't believe you didn't scold her. You have to be stricter with her. You really irritate me.
I'm sorry.
It's fine to be mild-mannered, but if you don't say what needs to be said, people will underestimate you.
I know. Anyway, how may I help you?
Oh, I have some clothes I ordered to be amended at the department store the other day. It's supposed to be finished tomorrow, so I was wondering if you could take and deliver it to me. I can't drive, so I have no choice.
Tomorrow? Megan's school doesn't start until noon tomorrow, so I have to pick her up early.
What does this have to do with Megan's pickup?
I have to pick her up at the time she leaves school, so I don't have time to take and deliver those clothes to you. It takes me almost an hour each way to get there.
It's a 2-hour round trip, so it should be enough time to pick her up from school, right?
There are some roads that are inevitably congested. What about the day after tomorrow? I'm sure I can deliver them to you since I have plenty of time to spare.
I'm asking you to deliver it to me tomorrow. You can't listen to what I told you?
That's not what I meant. If I'm going to visit you, I'd like to do it in a relaxed manner.
I don't care if it's relaxing or rushed. I just want my clothes delivered. It's not that I want to meet you. Don't make excuses. Just shut up and do what you're told.
I understand. I'll deliver them tomorrow. I'll tell Megan to wait for me at school.
Please do so.
Charles, can I talk to you now?
As long as it's not a phone call, I can talk to you. What's up?
I know I should have waited until tonight, but I might forget about that, so that's why I texted you.
What is it?
I'm going to your mother's house tomorrow. I thought I'd let you know.
She called you again? What did she say?
Your mother ordered to have her clothes amended at the department store, so she wants me to deliver them tomorrow.
What? Why go to all that trouble? It's not like she's going to wear it right away, is it? What was Mom thinking, sending you back and forth just for that?
I don't mind delivering it, but Megan has morning classes tomorrow, so I'll tell her that I might be a little late.
You're really a kind person, Alexandra. If you can't go, you can just say no, okay? Mom always asks you whatever she wants you to do. If you keep listening to her requests, she will just keep asking you more.
That's okay. I'm your wife, so that's part of my duties.
I'm really sorry. Mom should have told me about that.
Isn't it because you tend to get angry at her easily?
I can't help it since she's been treating you so badly.
I don't really care about that, so don't worry.
Thanks. Alexandra, can I have a word with you?
Yes, what is it?
I've had some kind of chill since this morning.
What? Did you catch a cold? Are you all right?
I can't get out of bed because I'm shaking. I'm sorry, but could you come and cook my lunch and dinner?
Maybe you should go to the hospital, don't you think so?
Yes, I'll go when it gets worse. But it's important to take in nutrition to cure illnesses, isn't it?
Yes, I understand. I'll go prepare now. Is there anything else you need?
I'm just trying to get my strength up and get well soon. So I need you to bring me a delicious vanilla ice cream and fruits rich in vitamin C. I guess that's all.
I don't know if I can find any fruit, but I'll look for it. Please lay down on the bed until I get there. If your condition worsens, I'll take you to the hospital. I'll do it as soon as I can.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Charles, if you're busy at work, feel free to ignore this message. I just got a call from your mother. It looks like she couldn't get up, so she wanted me to come over and cook lunch and dinner. I was so surprised that I rushed over. Surprisingly, your mother seemed to be fine, so I was relieved.
Huh? You were called out again? I don't think you should have listened to her.
Don't talk like that. It could be true, right?
She's not feeling well and she wants you to come over to make her lunch and dinner. Mostly, if you're not feeling well, you lose your appetite, don't you? It's just an excuse to get you to cook for her.
I wonder.
Didn't she ask for anything else?
She wanted me to get her some ice cream and fruits.
See? Mom was just jerking around.
What?
You don't have to do anything that Mom wants you to do. I don't want her to control you like that. I'll give Mom a warning too.
I understand, but don't be too harsh. I know your mother is lonely since she lives alone.
I understand how you feel, but I'm going to give her a little more warning this time, because you're not Mom's slave.
Okay.
Alexandra, can I talk to you?
Hello, Uriel. How can I help you?
It's almost time for Megan's summer vacation, right?
Yes, somehow she managed to get through the first semester.
So, during the summer vacation, you should let her stay at my house.
What do you mean?
She'll be bored at home, so I thought I could take care of her. There's a big yard and plenty of room for her to play here.
I would let her if I could. She has a broken leg and can't move enough yet. I appreciate your kindness, but I'd like her to spend more time at home this time.
If that's the case, why don't you just let her stay with me?
I beg your pardon?
I'll ask for lots of help to rehabilitate her. I'd like to do that for her sake.
I don't think I can let her stay with you. It's related to the treatment of her injuries. So, I'm fine with the rehabilitation she's receiving at the hospital.
Are you saying you don't want to listen to me?
I'm sorry, but
You're a cocky woman. All you have to do is shut up and do as I say.
it's about Megan's leg recovery. I can't leave her with you during summer vacation. Besides,
What?
Charles has already told me that I don't have to do anything you ask me to.
What on earth is he thinking? You've been telling Charles all kinds of nonsense, haven't you? The other day he called to scold me. You seem to be saying some pretty bad things about me.
I didn't say anything bad about you. I'm just reporting the facts to your son.
You're not a child. You don't have to report every little thing.
But me and my husband decided to share everything with each other, especially when it comes to dealing something related to you. I thought it would be better to tell him.
Shut up already. If you're going to be so persistent, I'll come over there for summer vacation.
Huh? Why would you do that?
Because you're not allowing Megan to stay at my house. So I have no other choice, right?
Why are you coming to our house then? I don't understand.
It's because I want someone to take care of me.
Are you telling me that you want Megan to take care of you? That's impossible. She's still in first grade of elementary school.
Then why don't you do it instead?
What?
It's natural for you to take care of me, isn't it? You're always taking care of Megan first. She's your top priority and you're neglecting me. So take care of me at least during the summer vacation.
I don't understand what you're trying to tell me.
You really are irritating. Let me tell you this. You are my slave, so I won't let you fool around.
I'm not fooling around. I have to discuss this with Charles first.
You don't have to say anything extra to my son. If I go there, he will be happy to welcome me. Anyway, I'm going over there for summer vacation.
You can't just decide that on your own, because neither Megan nor I are slaves to you.
It's my decision. You must obey me.
I can't do that. It's so absurd.
It's all your fault. So you're going to pay for my transportation to get there and all my living expenses while I'm there.
Uriel, please don't decide on your own. We have our own circumstances.
I don't take orders from you. Alexandra, answer the phone. Alexandra, I'm at the nearest station. I told you my arrival time, didn't I? Aren't you going to pick me up? I can't find you anywhere.
Uriel, I'm sorry. I'm busy now, so I can't pick you up.
Huh? I told you the time of arrival. So why are you busy at this hour? You knew I was coming, so you should have prepared yourself.
I'm sorry. I haven't had a chance to read any of your messages for the past few days.
Why haven't you looked at it? You're a real goof. You're such a slow learner.
Geez, I can't pick you up because I'm busy.
I don't care if you're busy or not. I came all the way here for you. Pick me up right away.
I can't.
Huh? Why not? I told you that you are my slave. Come here at once.
Stop right away or I'm gonna lose my temper. I'm not your slave.
What's with that tone? Well, okay. If you insist, I'll take a cab. In return, you'd better remember that. I'll make sure you get plenty of punishment. Hey, Alexandra. I just arrived at the apartment.
Oh, really?
Can you explain what's happening?
What do you mean?
I rang the bell, but there was no answer. And as far as I can see from the window from the outside, the curtains are off too. I really have no idea what happened.
We're not there anymore.
So you're out? When are you coming back?
We won't be back.
What?
When I told Charles that you are coming during Megan's summer vacation, he got very angry.
You told him about that? I told you not to do anything unnecessary.
That's not how it works. We don't have many rooms. If you were coming, we'd have to leave a room open. And then he would find out. That's why I told him beforehand.
Why would you do that?
Anyway, Charles was furious when he knew that you're coming. He said that you're planning to treat me like a slave.
Was he so mad at me?
Yes, he said no matter how many times he warned you, it didn't work. So he suddenly decided to move out.
Move out? That's not what I heard. You guys aren't staying in this apartment anymore?
That's right. Charles insisted, so we moved out suddenly.
Huh? What the hell is that? Well, I'm coming over there, so give me your address. You're making me go through all this trouble? You're a useless wife. Sorry for that, old hag. Hey, watch your language. It's me, Charles. Stop pretending to be Charles. This is Alexandra's phone, right? I've been looking at your messages from a while ago. What? Are you really Charles? Yes, I am. Mom, I've warned you many times before. Don't ask Alexandra to do anything unreasonable. I didn't mean it that way. Is it so unreasonable for me to go visit my grandchild during her summer vacation? That's too selfish. You knew about Megan's treatment, don't you? And you're planning to make her take care of you? That's crazy. No, I was planning to take care of her. Don't lie to me. I heard you told my wife that she's a slave. Did I? Even if you didn't, what you're doing is the same thing. You ask her to run errands that take nearly an hour one way, but are of no importance to you. You pretended to be ill to make her prepare meals and do the shopping for you. And you made her pay for all the expenses, right? But she did that voluntarily. It's obvious since she's your wife. Alexandra is a kind woman. She's too good for me. I can't forgive you for treating her like a slave. Charles, please listen to me. I don't want you to get close to my wife anymore. Alexandra is my precious wife. I don't want to see you treating her badly. It makes me sad. I didn't mean to treat her badly. Then what was your true intention? It's because I was lonely and alone. I'm gonna cut ties with you from now on. I don't want you to take advantage of my precious family members anymore. Charles, wait! I did that because I felt lonely since I live alone. I don't want to cut ties with you. Calm down and think twice.
I'm afraid it's been decided.
It's all your fault, Alexandra.
Looks like Charles has got angrier than I imagined. He insisted to move out to a place you don't know.
What are you talking about? Are you trying to take Charles away from me? I've been living alone since I lost my husband. It's your fault, so do something about it.
I can't do anything to fix this matter. Charles is surprisingly stubborn. Once he decided on something, he won't change his mind easily. Like mother, like son.
What? Stop kidding me.
Sorry, but I felt that I've reached my limit of patience too.
Huh?
I can't go along with your selfishness any longer.
Selfishness?
Yes, to be honest, it was hard for me to go for a 2-hour round trip just to do your chores. But I did my best, since I thought that you were in trouble.
That's the right thing to do, so you should continue doing that.
I'm not willing to do that anymore since you called me a slave. If it were only me, I don't mind at all. But you were trying to have Megan take care of you. Knowing what she was going through, I was concerned about Megan's future as well.
Such an exaggeration. You're overreacting. That's why my son misunderstood.
No, it was Charles who first brought it up. He always put me and Megan as his top priority. That's why he suggested that we should move.
You got to be kidding me. There's no way Charles would do such a thing.
You talked to him earlier, didn't you? I'm sure he said so too.
Oh no, let me talk with Charles again.
Since he said that he already cut ties with you, he isn't willing to talk to you. He also said that he doesn't want a mother who treats his family like slaves.
Did he say that? That's a lie. You're just trying to take Charles away from me.
I'm not trying to take him away from you. I'm his wife. I'm just following his lead. I'm just doing my duty.
Stop talking nonsense. If you are his wife, you must convince him.
How should I do that?
You can ask him to forgive his mother, or persuade him to invite me to your house. If you don't do that, I'll be all alone.
Like I said before, Charles is a stubborn man. Once he decided on something, he won't listen to other people's opinion.
Then give me your new address.
I can't do that.
Why not?
Because you will come barging in. I can't let you do that.
Don't say that. I won't call you a slave anymore. Don't say that you're going to cut me off too.
We talked about it as a married couple and decided, so we won't change our mind. We can't take care of you anymore. Take care. You don't have to worry about us.
Alexandra, please, forgive me. I apologize to Megan too. Don't leave me alone.
I think Charles has warned you a lot. That's what I heard. But you didn't change your attitude, so this is the consequence.
But from now on, I will change my behavior.
Charles said that it's impossible for you to change, since you didn't listen when he warned you.
That's terrible.
I agree with my husband. If I don't do anything, I'll make Charles feel bad. As what he told you, I'm going to cut ties with you. And of course, I won't give you our new address. I won't communicate with you ever again. I'm going to block your number.
Alexandra, you've been so kind to me. Was that kindness a lie?
I'm human too, so I have my limits.
No way. I don't want to be alone.
It seems that Uriel went to visit Charles's office with a single mind of not wanting to be alone. Charles told the guard that he doesn't know her, and Uriel ended up getting kicked out. When he went back to the office, Uriel turned her back and stumbled away, shaking slightly. I feel like I did a bad thing, since she ended up being left alone. But I cannot allow her to treat me like a slave, so I would like to keep her away for a while. I'm now free from Uriel's crazy requests. I was able to devote my summer vacation to the treatment and rehabilitation of my daughter. She will be able to go to school on her own feet in the new semester. Although we have changed our residence, we found a new apartment in the school district. Megan's school life has not been affected by the change. I'm thankful every day that Charles has put my daughter and I as his top priority.
Thank you for watching. Please rate the video and subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.